What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with an Ancient Box deck video, and I honestly think that this deck is in a solid spot in the format right now with the new addition of the fighting type Koraidon. With the unrelenting onslaught attack, you do 30 damage, and if any of your other ancient Pokemon use an attack during your last turn, this attack does 150 more damage. And the reason why I think this is amazing is because it helps against things like stage 2 decks that are hard to one-shot, like Charizard EX and Dragapult. A lot of times it's hard to one-shot or go for the early game, like put them in a 2-shot hit potential where you have to swing minimum 170. So when you have access to go into Koraidon, you can actually set up KOs easier in the early game against Charizard. So I think that matchup got a little bit better. Plus, I am huge about this card being a fighting type with 2 colorless energy costs. So before there was the other single prize Koraidon where it did good damage, but you needed a fighting and a fire energy to use the shred attack. Whereas now for 2 colorless, which we can set up just like normal with Sada and dark energy, we can swing for 180 damage as long as Roaring Moon or really Flutter Mane swung during that first turn. So I think this is a huge buff to to Ancient Box as a whole, and I think this is definitely kind of a must-have card. Playing, I think this is going to be one of the more competitive decks I've posted in, I mean, probably a decent bit. That being said, like the last couple videos, I feel like since Surging Sparks, I feel like the Rogue decks have so much higher levels of competitive potential. I think Ancient Box should make a reappearance. The other big thing about Koraidon, which I wanted to mention, is it is a fighting type Pokemon. So when you're up against Terrapagos, Miraidon, or Pikachu, which is pretty popular right now, you can swing for Okos on those. And I know you're thinking Pikachu EX, you got the Resolute Heart ability. If you can manage to use Flutter Mane as an attacker, maybe Hex Hurl, and kind of put a damage counter on a Pikachu EX, that way you could bypass the ability and swing for one shot without worrying about getting enough cards in the discard pile immediately. I know there's a big debate, or not a huge debate, but at least like when you look at the list, a lot of people are between Secret Box or Brilliant Blender. Personally, I think Secret Box is still the best ace spec for Ancient Box. I mean, yeah, Brilliant Blender, you could just discard a bunch of ancient cards and swing really hard, really quick. But Secret Box, that's totally not Secret Box. This is Secret Box. Secret Box is just an automatic good hand. I mean, discarding 3 cards is big into your discard pile, and then you could search for Professor Sada's Vitality, Earthen Vessel, the Tool Ancient Booster Capsule, and PokéStop. So you can discard even more ancient cards than Brilliant Blender, as long as your PokéStop gets you even something decent. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of rocking with this build. I played a couple games with it, and I am loving it. I think Koraidon is kind of just the perfect partner to what Ancient Box needed for that stage 2 matchup. Like, I feel like Charizard was always kind of the worst matchup, because sure, late game, you're able to KO one Charizard EX, but it's like the mid and early game, it's like, ah, man, I didn't swing for enough to 2-shot at Charizard. What am I going to do? Well, as long as you attacked with Roaring Moon and got some chip damage done on even like a Pidgeot, or you KO'd like a basic before they evolved, because we do have that like donk potential against Charizard, you know, the turn after, we could just fall back onto Koraidon for that mid game into Charizard, and I think that kind of ups our chances of winning by a decent bit. I mean, it doesn't make the matchup perfect, but I think it gives this deck much more of a fighting chance. When you're dealing with things like stall and stuff like that, you know, your Greninja is going to be super liable, and even like other Pokemon, and you can use Great Tusk and kind of land collapse, mill your opponent before they mill you, but oftentimes you'll go into Flutter Mane or Pecharunt EX, since you can switch in any of your bench dark Pokemon to the active spot, so you pretty much just have an automatic permanent switch when you're up against stall, which is just kind of nice to have. So I think that matchup overall is pretty solid. The one thing I do worry about with a deck like this is obviously Noivern EX. I think if you're up against a Noivern EX deck, your best bet is to kind of just try to loop Great Tusk as much as possible if you can't gust around Noivern and take it out that way. So, you know, maybe if you're bringing this deck to a locals and you're like, I know of a couple guys that are playing Noivern and you're kind of worried about that, I would maybe throw in maybe a second Great Tusk, like do a 2-2 line of Great Tusk Koraidon. But overall, I feel like when you're playing on the ladder, playing in tournaments, the bulk of decks are not playing Noivern. I think Koraidon is kind of a safer bet because you're much more likely to go against the Charizards, the Dragapults, the Archaladins, you know, like those tanky stage 1, stage 2 Pokemon that might be hard for Roaring Moon to get after really early. So, past the Pokemon on the list, because I feel like that's the biggest change, this list is as streamlined as I could make it. I mean, we got a high count of, we got the max count of Sada and Explorer's Guidance to make sure we're getting ancient cards in the discard pile. I'm playing 4 Nest Balls instead of 4 Ultra Balls. I mean, I feel like I played higher counts of Ultra Ball, and then I'd have to Ultra Ball away much better stuff, whereas I really didn't need to, and I just needed the basic Pokemon down. So I'm opting to play 4 Nest Balls, and then just a couple Ultra Balls, because we have such easy ways to discard so many cards. I mean, we got 4 Vessels, still have 2 Ultra Balls, we got Superior Pokégear Energy Retrieval to discard 2. We've got 3 PokéStops. You know, like, even Explorer's Guidance can just rip a whole bunch of cards in the discard pile, and that's assuming we didn't pop off with Secret Box and discard half our deck in that one, you know, through that one card. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the list. I am playing a higher counter recovery. I wanted to mention that as well. I've got 3 Night Stretcher, 1 Rod, 1 Energy Retrieval. I think this is just a very consistent way to make sure you're pulling back the attackers and maybe just a 1-of energy card every now and then. You don't have to stress too much. If you have to Guidance away a Night Stretcher or Rod, it's like, okay, I still got Retrieval. I still got 2 more Night Stretchers. Like, that's plenty to make it work. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for the deck list. I really wanted to give Ancient Box a go. This has been one of my favorite decks to play for a while now. I mean, I've always kind of just enjoyed this nice single prize, swing hard, you know, it hangs with the top decks, and it's a single prize deck, which you don't see often, so I do kind of love it a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Before we get into the video, I did just want to say thank you to everyone who's been using my TCG Player link to support the channel. If you're using TCG Player for any singles, any cards, for no matter what game it is, any deck accessories, deck boxes, mats, sleeves, you name it, go to TCG Player. If you use my link in the description down below or on, I got it right, that side of the screen at the end of the video, there will be a clickable link on the video. If you just click on the link and then order whatever you normally would have, within 48 hours, you're supporting the channel in a huge way. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been doing that, and thank you to everyone who is doing it, and thank you for just tuning in even this far and watching, man. Seriously, I appreciate all of y'all. I mean, my channel has been growing to an insane amount recently. I just hit 1,000 subscribers, so seriously, thank you. So just everyone who's been a part of this community, joining the community, hasn't been back and is now back for after a while, like, just thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate all of y'all. With that being said, let's get into today's video and see if we could go 3-0 with Ancient Box. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with an absolutely insane hand. We're also unofficially the back room of all back rooms, so I cannot wait for this matchup. That is for sure. I'm definitely not prize checking this match. That is a later issue that I will worry about. For now, I am just going to have some fun and start ripping into my opponent as much as I can. Clefairy Mewtwo EX. Definitely not on the bingo card. That is an insane Greninja. Especially because now I'm probably going to have to get rid of Sada's Vitality, which really hurts with Secret Box. But I mean, hey, you know, I got to do what I got to do. Actually, you know what? I don't need to. My opponent's playing Clefairy. They have 60 HP. We swing for base 70. Honestly, I don't even have to use Secret Box unless I'm pressing a counter catcher play into Mewtwo EX for a 2-prize KO. I think for now, actually, we just kind of rock and see how my opponent's running the Clefairy deck in Surging Sparks. I definitely did not see this coming for match number 1. I did not know my elo was that all over the place at the moment, but my god, am I excited for this match. I love playing against decks like this, where I have no idea what's going to come next. Because, like, I know how Clefairy works. I know how Mewtwo works. If you don't know, Clefairy gets an energy, and they got the Secret Box. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. I'm actually, like, low-key rooting for opponent this match. Clefairy gets an energy for each bench Clefairy, and then they swing for 20 damage times energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So you just kind of chain Clefairies to get an insane amount of energy in play, while also using Mewtwo EX to swing for even more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to all your Pokemon. So I definitely see the synergy between these two cards, and I, honest to God, kind of love it. So this is going to be really fun to see. I'm almost, like, what supporter would my opponent even go for? Honestly, as long as it's not Iono, we're fine. Because if I lose 3 of my Sada's Vitality, then it's Arven. Alright, that's cool. And area under depth 0, that makes sense for the bigger bench. God, I love it so much, dude. Because Mewtwo is just a natural Terra Pokemon that they could get the full bench with Latios. Yo. Nah, homie cooked. Low key. Let me know in the comments if you want to see this deck. I'm about to make it myself, bro, because this is actually wild. Like, I'm not even joking. Again, no idea what's coming next. I mean, I'm already thrown for the biggest loop imaginable. I don't know how my opponent follows through with this. What did homie just search for? Was it E-Switch with Arven? It was Switch card. Alright. That's at least good. If it was E-Switch and they actually swung with Mewtwo here, I'm not gonna lie, I would have been a little worried. Just on, like, how we put this together. We definitely could have, but it's just worrying nonetheless. So, our opponent is going to get a couple watch parties down, which will start stacking up the energy. However, I don't know who they're going to sit behind because they got no cards in their hand, And we are going to be swinging for KO on their active Clefairy, taking out 2 energy from the board, which isn't bad. So our opponent is in complete and utter top deck mode, and I don't even think about playing the Sada, so that's not going to be something I can help him with. And here we will get Nest Ball, which might be one of the best top decks we can get. So I can just get out of Roaring Moon, and my Sadas could feel a little bit better after this Greninja. And then, you know, we got Night Stretcher, so I could pull an energy bag if I need to at some point. I think for now, we're going to rip Secret Box. What are we getting rid of? I mean, I could get rid of Gear. Honestly, this is actually pretty easy. Get rid of Sada because I have to, and then Gear Ancient Booster Capsule. I can use Pal Pad this turn to get back Sada's Vitality if I really want. And even then, I still don't know if I totally want to. I mean, low-key, I might even take the boss because we still got more Sada in hand. So give me boss. A little bit of lag, it's always fun. Give me these guys. Just give me the rest. And we'll see what we could rip into our opponent with the rest of these. So we are going to Sada or PokéStop first. Honestly, I kind of want to PokéStop first. I think our chance of hitting items is best now, before we Sada. Because there should theoretically be the most items in our deck. And thank God that was the choice, because that is one of the best Sadas I've ever seen in my life. So we will now rip, or excuse me, one of the best Pokestops I've ever seen in my life. So now we're going to rip the Sada, and we get a perfect hand. We can Earthen Vessel away the energy to take back 2 more energy into our hand. We've got Sada in hand for next turn just to keep us going a little bit longer. So I'm just going to hold the hand, I think. I mean, I'll attach this to active. No need to play Ultra Ball. I mean, I guess I could do it to get rid of 2 Explorer's Guidance. Just kind of get them in the discard pile. It's better to do it now, I guess. And then I could take a another Roaring Moon. I'm not going to bench it, though, in case they gust it up. I'd rather just, like, nah, I'd rather just hold it. Like, I don't get a benefit out of benching it right now. So then we'll swing 150. And then next turn, hopefully, we'll be able to go for a Boss KO. Actually, we have Boss KO on Latias EX, because it's weak to Dark. So that could help us. If I could deal with Mewtwo, that would be epic. That's a solid card to get as well, because that's easy to discard if I get my other Ultra Ball or another Earthen Vessel, anything like that. Even Superior Energy Retrieval, just kind of a nice card to draw into. I guess if I want to bench it and sit behind it, I could as well, which shut off their Moonwatching ability. And what did they hit off that gear? It was Manaphy, Chorus, and Artisan. Yo, I feel bad for my opponent. I mean, they'll be able to swing here. I'm not 100% sure if it's for the KO, though. I mean, they could swing because Moonwatching Party will get the 3rd energy on Clefairy, and then they'll have 5 energy in play, 6 on the Mewtwo. They'll be swinging for, what is it, 2 times 6, 180. They'll actually whiff the KO. I'm curious what they do here. I think we just kind of cooked our opponent with, like, pure, utter consistency and 0 Koraidon, which could have been a threat this match, because Koraidon one-shots Mewtwo EX. I didn't even think about that, because I'm like, Mewtwo, that is the most chaotic Pokemon ever. It's a Psychic type. No, I'm staring at it being Terra Electra. Oh my god, Terra Electric. So, Koraidon low-key valid attack of this match. I might even bench it just to get it down, just to have some fun. And our opponent swings 140. Naturally, I wouldn't be able to do math. That would make the most sense. So, we've got 1 energy in the discard pile. Why not make it 2? Why not? Let me get the rest of my energy out of my deck. And we'll take the 1. That's perfect. That's perfect. So then we can Nest Ball here. And we're going to fall back into a Koraidon just to get that guy live. I kind of want to chase down the Mewtwo even if I could next turn. So then here, I guess we just go Sada. Drop the energy here. Drop the energy here. Manual attached to Koraidon. We should be good. And we got Pecharunt EX or Pecharunt EX. That's it. I think we got game at this point. So, oh, actually, we played Sada, so I can't boss KO Latias right now, which I think is fine. I low-key don't mind sacking a Roaring Moon. Next turn, I could take out the Mewtwo. Might be more beneficial to take out next, since it is an attacker, and Latias is just kind of sitting there. I'm also on the even prize card now, so now all I need to do, Gust Mewtwo, Gust Latias. And that's why I kept the Pal Pad. I want to rip Boss's Orders into Mewtwo, and then I want to rip Boss's Orders after finding it again, after using Pal Pad on the Latias, and just close them out early. And our opponent is still in top deck mode. They're going to need a massive top deck plus PokéStop to get this. I low-key don't know how they clutch this up at this point. I mean, we're up 2 prize cards. I got Boss in hand, which they do know because I got it off Secret Box. And that'll just put me up 4 prize cards, assuming... Well, they'll take a KO, so I'll be up 3. because they could just promote Clefairy and just swing, and there's nothing I can do, and that's fine. But like, Clefairy can't accelerate to anything except other Clefairies on the bench, so they're kind of just cooked after this. And the odds are back. Dude, plagued by yawns. Every day of my life, man, I swear. I've been more tired this week. I think... So, the little side tangent about me at work. I actually changed locations, and the new location I'm at for Larks, same company, same type of work I do. I've talked about it a couple times on stream, I think. It's an hour and a half earlier than I'm used to working. So I think that adjustment this week is just catching up with me a little bit more. So I need to get more used to, you know, not just having a cup of tea in the morning every now and then, but maybe getting another extra cup at night just to kind of help me through some of these recordings. Because, I mean, right now I'm recording pretty late. So, you know, it's kind of nice, I guess. Also, maybe shouldn't record this late. I don't know. I'm on such a side tangent for no reason. And I think it's because my opponent went AFK and they just alt F forward after I cooked them, especially after they promoted Mewtwo. I don't know, I can't see why they would do that, but I'm also not the smartest lad on the face of the earth. Ooh, sorry, my alarm went off. In terms of seeing, maybe they've got a vision that I don't see, but no, they've been AFK for far too long at this point. There's no shot they're here. I think it's safe to say, yeah, it's going to be a match number 1 for us. I want to attach. I want to retreat. I want to retreat into Koraidon. That's the next turn, though, assuming we even get a next turn. For now, I'm just going to boss up Latias and just rip the KO into it. So we will take that KO there. Again, I don't think our opponent is here. Like, I should have played the Pal Pad. Should have done a little digging with PokéStop. But, like, why? What's the point? My opponent is not here. I've got such a setup board. That's it. Like, we're chilling. We're chilling at this point. So we'll wait probably another 5 seconds or so, I'd assume, for the inactive timer to run out. And honestly, I have no idea what else to say to get me through. The opponent was inactive for too long. I feel like when I'm inactive, I'll, like, go get a bottle of water from my 1-bedroom apartment that's mad tiny. Like, not even that far. Like, literally a 10-second walk. I come back, and I've got 2 seconds left on my inactive timer. And I'm like, literally how? Like, I was running across my place to get a water bottle. And then I'll play against people, and it'll be like this, where I'm sitting here for a minute just yapping and staring into the camera and hoping you guys have the best day. Or have the best day if you're starting your day and watching this video. Just trying to find words to say and get me through. So, seriously, what am I supposed to do, dude? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Perfect. There it is. Good timing. Match number 1, up 1-0. I will see you all in match number 2. Welcome to match number 2. Our opponent chose to go first and led Luminion. Is it a Lugia deck? I guess I'm going to go with as my best guess. I mean, Lugia's a harder matchup, I think. I don't know. I mean, as long as we trade well. It says every match ever, you should be fine. And it's Fighting Fire. I'm lost. Koraidon EX? But in what? I don't know. Char Cadet. Wait. Ceruledge? Huh? I'm lost. I've got no idea what's going on. This Backrooms whole video. Doesn't matter. We got Clefairy in the 1. We got something in the 2. And Lord only knows what the 3rd match is going to be. Is it Squawkabilly? You're telling me Ceruledge? Or am I... Like, what is the fighting energy for? I don't get it. Oh my god, wait. Do they use the bottom attack? Is it Firefighting Psychic? Am I making that up? I might just be 100% making that up. I mean, they got the fire energy on Charcadet. Yeah, it's... I have no idea. All I know is, though, Ceruledge should be a solid match for us because, yeah, they got the perfect hand. Okay, it's definitely a Ceruledge EX deck. An interesting build, though. I'm curious to see what the fighting energy is for. Maybe they do try to use that bottom attack. If they're going Brilliant Blender, the other ace spec I was considering in this deck, but I also played in Ceruledge. I mean, I like it. And they get a lot of fighting and a lot of jet in the discard pile. Why? What? I have no words. Why didn't you... What? I don't know. I don't get it. I'm lost. I'm confused. I am officially given up. I'm trying to figure out what my opponent is playing. I don't know why I'm leaving my mouse on the PokéStop. It's just... It doesn't matter. It's the more brain power I dedicate to trying to understand other people's decks or my own deck, the more I realize I have no idea what I'm doing in this game. Canceling Clone shouldn't help them too much. So for now, I'm going to focus on my hand. And my hand isn't bad. Sorry, I've just been, like, amazed by what my opponent's doing, so I haven't fully processed my own hand. My hand is decent. I mean, I'm probably not swinging this turn. It's probably a guidance turn unless I top deck Sada and get rid of a energy off PokéStop, which I don't. Or don't top deck Sada, so now I'm gonna PokéStop. See what I get here? That's awesome. Okay, well, I do get Sada, and I think here we're gonna have to go Roaring Moon just because I've got a feeling my opponent's taking a KO next turn. However, I do like Greninja as well, and then I could Night Stretcher if I KO the active. You know what? Oh, but do I really want to lose 3 Roaring Moons, assuming my opponent takes the KO and I bin another? Honestly, I don't even know if Greninja's prized or not. Give me the Roaring Moon. Let's play it safe. That's fine. It's not ideal, but it's whatever. And then I think I'm just going to hold the energy in hand. I think... Oh, actually, you know what? I might attach it to active in case my opponent takes the KO. Because then if they do take the KO, I can attach... Like, the energy will go in discard pile, and I'm able to use Sada. And if they don't take the KO, I could use Guidance and look for another energy, or Pokestop and hit a Vessel. So I'm going to attach to active. I think overall it's our safest bet to getting an attack off. I'm not 100% certain. What's nice, though, as well against Koraidon, didn't even mention it, in match 1, or the intro, Koraidon one-shot Squawkabilly and Luminion. Oh, or, no, wait, actually, I lied. Forgot about Resistance. I was going to say Mew EX, and I'm like, oh, no, Psychic Resistance. Squawkabilly's a flying type. Actually, we need to swim 190. We don't, but we do one-shot Rotom and Luminion. So we do one-shot a lot of the, like, support basic V and EX Pokemon that you will see play, or I guess just V Pokemon, which is solid. I mean, just to have a single prize attacker that can do that so easily is just nice. So, you know, like, we didn't have the best start. However, I'm going to trust that this deck has the consistency to pull through. Our opponent did not play supporter, so if they play boss's orders, I'd be the most worried, because then our energy will not be hitting the discard pile. However, we do have guidance to look for something, and they get rid of a second Briar? That's... Oh, no. Why did I think they got rid of a Briar? I thought they got rid... Did they play Pal Pad or something? Maybe they Pal Padded one back and then got rid of it again. Did they? Really? Is that... Yeah, they... Okay, so they Pal Padded it back and then got rid of it again. That's so funny, actually. And they're already swinging 330 turn 2. Oh my god. That is insane. And it's Fire Psychic Steel, not Fire Psychic Fighting. So I was close, but no cigar with this. So here we're going to go Pokestop and then Sada. And I'm going to hope I Pokestop into a Vessel or something like that, and I get rid of 2 more Sadas. Okay, so it's going to be one of these types of games. Absolutely love that. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Thank gosh we're still able to play the game. I mean, that's always nice. So I'm going to Ultra Ball away Pokestop and Guidance. I'm going to keep 1 Guidance for next turn just in case. I am going to get Greninja. Greninja's prized. Okay. Thank God I didn't take the Nest Ball, huh? So, I wonder how far behind we could fall back in this match. Actually, you know what we could do? We could counter catcher up. Squawk because Koraidon can one-shot Luminion, so I'd rather deal with that later. I just want to take 2 prize cards and literally just get, like, anything in my hand, because so far this is one of the most unlucky matches I think I've had in a long time with Ancient Box. I mean, I'm totally just missing everything I need to miss, and awesome, I get my energy out of the prize cards. That's not Greninja. And we're down, what, 3 Sadas already? I've played 1, I'm down 3, so, you know, kind of love when that happens. And our opponent will get the manual attached to Cerulean, naturally. And I'm sure here we're just going to see a swing KO. I doubt they'll rip the Pokestop. I'm going to have to rip Pokestop, and I'm going to have to hope I get Pal Pad and Pokégear off of it so that I can put 2 Sadas back and then gear into one of them. I don't know how else to get out of this. Like, to be 100%, I'll just... Actually, though, Great Tusk could clutch up if I could pull a Great Tusk here, because they don't have many cards left in their deck. No, wait, because Great Tusk might cook. We're going to pull it out and just manual attach to this, if nothing else. I think I still want to go Pokestop first. Pokestop, then Guidance. I've been consistent with it, and I'm going to keep it up, and that kind of pays off there. We get rid of a couple of Flutter Manes. So now we're going to Guidance. Give me the gear. I really don't need Vessel, like, at all, honestly. I might even just go double gear in case one fails, because if one fails, we are kind of cooked. However, yeah, because we're going into Great Tusk, so I am going to be going to mill my opponent. So I think gear is 100% just the way to go, like the double gear, and then drop those in the discard pile. We'll attach the Dark Energy to Great Tusk. Again, if my opponent has boss, there's nothing I can do. They've played only one catcher. It didn't even play. It was discarded off something. I forgot what. So you know what? If they like Pokemon catcher or boss's orders, my Great Tusk. Perfect. Okay. Oh boy. I got nothing. I got no words. I don't even know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I just promote, double gear, pray for Sada. I don't know if it's prized. Should I have checked? Sure, I should have. Am I going to? No. What could I even vessel away? I can't even vessel away much. I mean, I could vessel away an energy, because we got 4 energy, 5. I should have a couple energy left in the deck, so vessel shouldn't totally ruin me. I just want to make my chances for gear that much better. And we've got Sada. We got Sada and Secret Box in the deck still, which is good. So I think I want to go PokéStop first, see if I could hit the Secret Box. I don't, but that's actually not a bad hand, because I do get another Night Stretcher back, so I can pull back Great Tusk, assuming I can't take a KO here. So that's not bad. For now, just double gear. We need Sada. We needed a Sada, and we got a Sada. So this is actually, you know what? We might have hoped to go take a KO here. We're swinging 280, so what we could do is go KO, and then go KO Koraidon onto Lumineon, because chances are they're not playing Iona or something like that. So we've got plenty of energy in the discard, right? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we're just going to rip 2 energy down right here. And it's actually might have turned around in the scariest way possible. All right, it's not bad. So then we'll attach to active. We did get Pal Pad, which is huge. So I can Pal Pad back 2 Sadas because we had none left. And I do like having a couple of those in the deck. And then I think here, we just swing for KO, 270 on the dot. Thank gosh I did not mismath that. We were at 290, and then now I'm at 270. Yeah, no, I totally almost just ruined my math because we were treading undangerous waters. So we're going to take another big KO there. We finally get the Greninja, but I think we've got game in hand. If my opponent Ionos, we don't have game, and I'll have to figure something out, but we do have a turn to hang. However, I don't think Saraluch plays Iona. Maybe they play one and no. They just Abyssal Flames for KO. We got it. By the skin of our teeth, Ancient Box clutches up, and this is why I love the Koraidon. I'm super happy I get to show it off. Again, I didn't expect these matches with the Koraidon, so, like, there's not much I could do. Oh, no. I don't want to Vessel. We got all the energy out of our deck. Just want to Rod. Just want to throw back a couple energy. Rip the Vessel, get rid of, I don't know, gear. It doesn't really matter. We got Boss on Lumineon for game. So then we'll take our energy, attach to Koraidon. This is why it's such a good single prize attacker. It's just a great backup to Roaring Moon. I mean, it's not replacing Roaring Moon. It's just the perfect backup to guarantee you can swing that much harder for no extra, like, different types of energy that throw off your synergy. It's just, oh man, it feels good, dude. It's just a good card for Ancient Box, and I don't know. I'm in love with it. I think this deck needs a comeback, and I think, honestly, this is a great list for the comeback, the return of the popularity in Ancient Box. So that is going to wrap it up for match number 2. We are 2-0 against the Pios today. Can we take it 3-0 in the next match? I'll see you there, and we'll find out. Welcome to match number 3, where we open up with, honestly, a legit hand, man. I mean, we got Nest Ball for Greninja, we got an energy, we got Koraidon and Great Tusk to start ripping into whatever our opponent throws out, and we got Sada, so we could get some good draw off the Greninja, throw it on Flutter Mane, see what's good, and our opponent leads Sableye, so I am super stoked I threw Flutter Mane in the active, because now, even if our opponent gets some Comfies down, they won't be using them too much, so I don't mind taking an extra turn, maybe even, to set up here, because they're going to have to gust around this Flutter Mane. Maybe I might even get a second Flutter Mane down, just because ideally, like, we're not going to need an insane amount of damage done, so having 2 Flutter Mane on the bench and not in the discard pile shouldn't affect us too much. So I feel like, you know, that's cool. You know, we could be able to rock with this. And yeah, they got Comfy in the active. However, there's nothing they could do with Comfy. Honestly, I might even take the time to set up Flutter Mane. I know, like, Lost Box decks right now, they're seeing some popularity with Pikachu. So having Flutter Mane as an attacker actually isn't bad because I can put a damage counter down onto, yeah, I can put a damage counter down onto a Pikachu and get rid of the ability, which would be pretty sweet. So first, I'm going to Nest Ball, try to get Greninja here. That's not Greninja. That is. And I guess just, you know, definitely play Koraidon. I'm going to hold the Great Tusk. That's something I can definitely Ultra Ball away. And that's actually not bad, I'm not going to lie. I'm tempted to go Guidance and save Sada for next turn. Honestly. I'm going to do it. I'm going to hope I get Vessel or something and try to get 2 energy for next turn with the Sada. Or even get rid of an energy here. That's insane, actually. We got 3 Earthen Vessels off that. That's not good. Oh, boy. Okay, well. It's not ideal, but we'll make it work. So we got Vessel, Sadas, and then we got 2 Vessels in the discard pile. So we'll have 1 left in the deck, which is okay. You know, we'll cook. So I'm going to use the Vessel now. I'm going to get rid of Great Tusk. I'm going to take 2 energy. I'm going to have 2 concealed cards next turn. But for now, assuming our opponent is in a bit of a jam because flower selecting is shut down, I'm going to attach to active. And just in case they do pull off Cram, I'm going to throw the Ancient Booster Capsule down just to make sure I could, like, you know, tank a hit. I kind of want to use Flutter Mane as an attacker this match. I feel like, you know, I was hyping up, like, Koraidon as a backup attacker, but honestly this match, yo, we might be bouncing between Flutter Mane and Koraidon, and Roaring Moon is just a thought that I'm not worried about right now. So our opponent's going to rip the Colress. So they got 2 cards in the Lost Zone. Pokemon Catcher, Psychic Energy. Doesn't tell me anything too revealing. For Pikachu, what is it? Steel, Grass, Electric, I believe is what it is. And there's another Pokemon Catcher. They will flip heads, so they will be able to use... what do you call it? Oh my gosh. Comfy's now. Oh my god, I don't know why I blanked on the name of the Pokemon standing in front of me. I should have just, I don't know, looked at my screen. That's insane. Call it, tiredness again. And they get rid of Blood Moon Ursaluna, it looked like, falling down there. And even, okay, I got no idea. No idea. 3 games, 3 matches. Even if it's a day later, can't get out of the backrooms, man. It's just, this game knew I had to be stuck, man. Alright. Well, this is going to get a little bit harder. Unless I can gust up Eevee and KO with Koraidon because of weakness. I would assume it's Sylveon is what they're playing. Huh. Excuse me for yawning, I apologize. It's even later than I was recording last night, however, it's Friday night when I'm recording right now, so I'm like, whatever, I'm feeling good, I'll record, and then it's like, I'm tired, man. But it's the last video of the day. I need to get way better at this. I think it's the work schedule threw me off. I was doing some thinking about it. If you made it this far in the video, I don't mind ranting about it again. And it's a day later for me, so like small rant. I think I mentioned like my work schedule is very different. I'm waking up like much earlier for work now. That's 100%. Like after a lot of thinking about it, that is what is definitely getting me. So I'm probably gonna start drinking tea in a lot of my videos. That's why, in case anyone is dying to know. And our opponent is gonna vacuum away our tool, get their 5th card in the Lost Zone, excuse me. Because they were able to use Colress, and they didn't actually. They got rid of Rescue Board. That's shocking. I thought that's really odd, actually. Okay. Well, if that's the case, we're going to go Concealed Cards. Probably not going to be able to attack this turn. We get a Night Stretcher and another Energy. I don't see a way we could pull an attack off. I could use Sada and swing for 30, but, like, what's the point? I'd rather just set up the Retreat swing next turn. So I could do Sada and just throw... What energy do we... We got 2 energy. I could do Sada. Like, Sada this turn, Sada next turn. Or manual attach. Actually, you know what? No, we will Sada. Then we could throw energy here. And... Actually, it's not bad cards to draw into. I might just hold the hand. And then pass. See what my opponent's got. I mean, I could attach Retreat, but, like, for... Actually, you know what? I might as well just to stop them from using abilities. They got 2 cards in their hand. I feel like it doesn't hurt me. Let's do it. So we'll... attach, we're going to retreat. We're going to go back into Flutter Mane and just hope my opponent doesn't have a cracked hand. And next turn we could go Sada to active and energy on Koraidon. Start using that Koraidon. They got an electric energy down on Eevee. I have no idea what evolutions are in the format right now. I thought the evolution set was next set, so this is going to be a big learning curve for me here. But to be fair, so was match number 1 and 2. I don't even remember. Oh, 1 was Clefairy, 2 was Ceruledge, but with the spice that I don't think I found out what it was for. And 3 is whatever we're up against. I've still yet to figure it out. And it's like, I feel like we've had a slower start, but my opponents applied no pressure to us, really. So I feel like I'm not stressed and taking a turn here, you know? Like, right now, it's just single prize versus single prize deck, and I like my setup better because of Midnight Fluttering, so I'm curious to see what my opponent does. And they just pass. I have a feeling they just tapped out, actually. So now we're in a great spot. Now we go Sada, get that energy onto Flutter Mane, as well as Koraidon, so we can fall back into Koraidon after this. Kind of love getting Earthen Vessel there. You know what? Will I use it? I don't want to get... Maybe Ancient Booster Capsule I choose to get rid of, but for now I think I'm just going to go Concealed Cards. Get rid of the energy, and hopefully get something else I can get rid of. I can Vessel away a Guidance. I don't need this many Guidance. And get a couple more energy down. Actually, the last energy from our deck. That's sweet. Alright, sweet. And can I attach? I can attach this turn. Alright, perfect. So we got a setup Koraidon. We got a setup Flutter Mane with a tool. So I can start spreading damage counters. I think the best bet would be to just throw both on Eevee and see if I can just ping this Eevee, get a KO with enough Hex Hurls would be the best thing for us. But if we can't, we can't. Ooh, Boss's Orders I like. I'm very cool with that. So if they do get a Pokemon down that is a threat this turn, such as Pikachu or something like that, I will be able to take it out. Or I could Gust around it and try to not KO this Pikachu. Might also be an epic play for us. I don't know, I feel like either way, we're just in a very good spot. And if my opponent evolves Eevee, it's like a Jolteon or something, we just retreat into Koraidon, swing for weakness. Because I don't know what else the electric energy would be for. Like, I'm curious. And they had a banger van. Oh my gosh. Huh. If they don't get an EX Pokemon down this turn, though, I am just going to boss up this Greninja here and just take it out. Because right now, it's like their most consistent engine. I'll boss retreat. Like, boss Greninja, retreat into Koraidon, swing for KO. Just want to limit my opponent's draw. And at this point, like, we're swinging really well. And they get rid of another Arven. So that's 2 Arven in this deck. That's, I guess, makes sense if it's a very streamlined deck. But they're down, what? 3 Chorus? 2 in discard? 2 in discard, 1 in the Lost Zone, and 2 Arven. So they shouldn't have many supporters left, and it is Sylveon. I have no idea what the bench attack does. To your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's annoying. And they Prime Catcher a different Flutter Mane. What? I'm sorry. What? Why didn't they take Greninja or Koraidon? Why? Huh? Okay. Alright. That's fine. So, I think first, I want to go PokéStop. I kind of want to guess this guy up. You're weak to Steel. So I want to see if I can get a Nest Ball to get a Roaring Moon out. Because if I can get a Roaring Moon, that would be sweet. So let's PokéStop, see if I can get a Nest Ball. Or get rid of a Roaring Moon. Or Ultra Ball. That's perfect, actually. It's amazing. So I was going to say I could... You know, if I got rid of a Roaring Moon, I could use Night Stretcher. So this is fine. Like, this is 100% okay. For now, I think the best play for us... I don't want to bench Pecharunt. Just because that could get a little scary. So I am going to get rid of... Guidance and Gear, I guess. You know what? Maybe we could do Guidance in the Booster Capsule. I should have a couple more. Although I am worried about supporters. I just want more ancient cards in the discard pile. I don't know how many we're at for damage. You got 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. And then we got 10 for sure. So that's 170. We're not even close to taking out Sylveon, actually. So then I think in that case it's better for us to keep Gear in case they Iono. I think just get rid of Guidance would be fine and get a Roaring Moon down. I guess I didn't have to Ultra Ball for that, but it's fine. So then we can bench the Moon. I think from here we go Concealed Cards and then Sada. This is probably our best route. Just draw a little bit of a bigger hand. It's not big enough yet. I'll take those 2 Pokemon. That's fine. It's not bad. So now I could go... Yeah, I don't know how much we're totally swinging for, but definitely Sada, get an energy in the discard pile. Or back in the discard pile from retreating. And how many Sada are we down? We're down 3. I got 4th one in my hand. That's not bad. So then I can retreat here, go into Flutter Mane, keep their active ability shut off. So essentially just keep their Comfey shut off while also pinging some damage on, I guess just the Sylveon. Doesn't hurt. They could shuffle some Pokemon into my deck. I'm not too worried about that. Especially while we have Sada, right? Choose to your opponent's bench Pokemon. Well, I have to reread that card. Just think if there's any really... Pal Pad is the best card I could have gotten to the prizes. It's huge. I need some Sadas back. Okay, so they definitely got Mirage Gate. They're definitely ripping it. Choose to your opponent's bench Pokemon. And shuffle pretty much all of them. Every card attached into my deck. Okay, that's a little annoying. Although I don't even know who they take. Double Gate is crazy. I guess I had that one coming. I did literally give my opponent Mirage Gate. As long as we don't get hit with Iono, we'll be okay. Like, we can make it work. If I have to put Pecharunt down, I'll be fine. As long as I KO Sylveon this turn. And there's the Mirage Gate. They're set up for KO. What does the Magical Charm do? Attacks used by the defending Pokemon do 100 less damage. That's insane, actually. Wait, why have I not, like, properly read that card before? Why is it just, like, better Googe or V-Star? What? That's crazy. Because they're both 270. One's minus 80, one's minus 200. I guess Googe has got the full heal. But this one has a second attack that's, like, low-key goated. So it's actually, like, that's nuts, dude. Hold up, wait. Yo, I think I gotta get busy this weekend. There's a bunch of decks I've got to look into. I know I've been commenting with a couple people in the comment section about one deck in particular that I'm super excited for. And if you've watched my videos in the past, you know I'm a huge fan of that deck in specific. Won't give any more hints than that. But this is a deck I need to look into. Might be cooking up a deck with like Venusaur EX, something like that. I don't know. I was talking to one of my buddies about it, and we had a list that was pretty fun. And they do go for the hold on, let me read that attack again. Sorry, I'm like shuffling cards. I'm not on my mouse. Angelate. Okay, so what did they shuffle back? They shuffled back Koraidon and Flutter Mane? Koraidon and Flutter Mane. Yeah, okay. That's actually like, that's okay. I'm not too upset with that. So I think we go retreat here for sure. And I want to set up Koraidon. I just kind of like Koraidon. I do like Roaring Moon too. You know what? Let's just throw them all down. Whatever. Let's retreat into Roaring Moon to see what the vibe is first. So how much damage? It's got 230 health left. We're swinging for 200. Okay, so we're actually really close. So I think the best play for us is to go Sada, then PokéStop, then possibly Greninja. I got 2 energy in discard. Throw 1 on Roaring Moon, 1 on the other Roaring Moon. So I got 2 Roaring Moon set up, and we get a whole lot of good stuff. Nothing I could discard, though. So we definitely need to go PokéStop here, and hopefully get rid of some ancient cards. That's the polar opposite of what I needed. Okay, sweet. So, that's not good. We're whiffing by 30 damage, aren't we? We're whiffing by 20. Is there any other way I could get rid of 20 damage? I don't think so. And since I don't think we can, I think the best play for us would probably be to Sada back, or Pal Pad back 2 Sadas. We're already missing the KO by 20 damage. Although, actually, you know what? No, that's fine. Never mind, I got a better play. Yeah, I got a line. Alright. Hear me out. Sylveon has 20 HP left. I'm going to go into Flutter Mane next turn. And oh, I guess I could have Night Stretchered an energy to then concealed cards. That would have been huge. I didn't think about that. But anyways, next turn, I'm gonna, they'll KO us, so I'm gonna get KO'd. But then after that, I'm gonna boss up probably Sableye, and then use Flutter Mane with Hex Hurl to KO Sylveon. I think would be our best bet. Magical Charm is a little annoying, but we're going to get around that with Boss here. And then with my Pal Pad, I can take back Boss's orders and Sada. Although, you know what? It might just be better for us to take double Sada at that point, because we're just going to have a Boss KO, take 3 prize cards. If I need to KO Sylveon at this point, it shouldn't be too hard, because we'll discard a lot. And they're going to get rid of PokéStop here. Alright, but we got 1 in hand, so that's fine. We are chilling, dude. I feel good right now. I think we're going to close out this match very easily, and our opponent's going to take their first KO. Like, right now. Their first 1 prize KO, and we're about to take a 3 prize card turn. So we are all good. I could have attached the Charm to Live a Hit. That would have been really funny, but I think it would have threw off my plan a little bit more. So, yeah, we got 4 energy in discard. We're golden. Okay. Because then I got Night Stretcher, energy, manual attach. Yeah, we're good. For now, we're going to go boss, I want to take out Sableye, I think. I want to Night Stretcher and take back an energy. It's a manual attach. And then I want to Pal Pad back 2 Sadas. Or even Sada Boss. Sada Boss does go kind of crazy, because I think either kind of gets me what I want. Sada for energy. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. We got, yeah, let me do Sada Boss. I don't need many more attackers. I probably just need like 1 Sada. So this feels good. I could PokéStop, but I don't actually want to. I don't see that helping us right now. I think the best play for us is just to take the KO, put 2 damage counters on the Sylveon, and take a 3 prize card turn. And then we just got to figure out how to get around the last Sylveon, or just straight up rip through it KO. So there's 3 prize cards. And that's kind of why I like boss. I mean, we have game in hand, no? I guess we don't technically. So, alright. Next turn. We use Night Stretcher for energy, attached Roaring Moon. We use all 3 Pokégears and hopefully find the boss's orders. Boss's orders is the last... Ooh, that makes things difficult. It does. If they take out Roaring Moon, that actually... No. Then we use Flutter Mane. Actually, this is okay. Because then we just still have to boss up Eevee. And they take out Koraidon. Oh, or they use Angelite. Ooh. Yeah, wait. They could take out Flutter Mane, Roaring Moon. Never mind. That's tricky. Okay. So now I kind of need Sada. Huh. Hey, Sada. Nice to see ya. Yeah, because I can't set up anyone. Can I? Well, they can't attack this turn. They're going to KO our active, which is fine. Although, I kind of want them to KO their active. I want to throw on the Ancient Booster Capsule, but, like, part of me also doesn't want to. I think the best play for us is just to go Sada. Let's get the energy down on these guys. That's huge, actually. That's so big. And then I think here we just kind of pass. I don't think there's anything more I need. You know what I could do is protect both Koraidon and Roaring Moon with the Ancient Booster Capsule. I guess if they shuffle them both back into the deck, that would be the worst thing. But they can't go Angelite next turn. But I think now we have game in hand. Unless they evolve Eevee into Sylveon, which is possible. It's tricky. Alright, we're going to pass. So, now they have to use Magical Charm. They can't use Angelite again. Which means they won't be KOing either Koraidon. Oh, no, they will be KOing Koraidon because we're weak to Psychic. Never mind. But if that's the case, then I just go Night Stretcher for energy, boss's orders on Eevee or Greninja, take the last prize card, we're chilling. So, again, we should still be good. I think I got a far enough lead where I should be more than okay. But this deck is interesting, and I feel like if there's a deck that could kind of bully us, get around us, like cause some interesting lines, it's going to be this one. And it definitely has. Like, the Angelite attack is actually kind of fun. I think it's slowed the deck down just because I've been able to consistently reset up multiple attackers, but not taking back 2 Sadas has made this very stressful if I can't win next turn. Because then they use Angelite again, and I think at that point it's going to take me too long to set up a Pokemon. So I've really just got to close out this turn. And they go Pokemon Catcher. Oh my gosh. And of course they hit head, so they could just bring up Greninja. But that's okay, because I got Pecharunt EX in hand. So I could switch into Roaring Moon. That should be okay. Famous last words. Or they take out Roaring Moon. Oh. Or no. Wait, I'm confused. Do they just swing? They just swing. We live the attack. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So I think first I want to... What are we at? 120. Oh, but we got boss. Okay, so we drew an energy. So we just attach boss. Give me Eevee. And then swing 120. What does that attack? Do we do 100? Oh, we just do 100 less damage, period. Wow, that's an insane attack. So it's not that Pokemon takes 100 less damage. Our attacking Pokemon does 100 less damage. That's so interesting. Wow. Oh my gosh, that card is really fun. Ooh, I need to look into Sylveon. That's insane, dude. Okay, alright, so we went 3-0 with the deck. The deck cooked. I don't think I showed off Koraidon properly, but I think it proved that Ancient Box can take on the rogue decks, and I think this deck was consistent enough that you could see how it could take out the big boys, like the big meta decks. So if this deck isn't already popping off online, I haven't done too much looking into online, play it. It's amazing. But I definitely have some ideas for the next couple videos. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any you want to see. And before we close out for the video, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's using my TCG Player affiliate link. It is on that side of the screen, probably popping up around now. Go on TCG Player, you know, support the channel a huge way, and also get yourself some fun Ancient cards, because the Ancient Box got a huge new upgrade. I am loving this new list. Definitely go check it out. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. Seriously, I appreciate all the support. Have an awesome day, have an awesome night, whatever's going on. I hope you're having a great time. Stay epic. Peace.